All right. Hey guys, what's up? So first off, excuse the the format here. I'm actually at school waiting for my other class to start, and I wanted to record a channel update for March, but I realized that when I would get home, I wouldn't really have time. So I might as well just do it here in the parking lot while I'm waiting for my class to start in I guess about an hour, almost an hour, 50 minutes or so. So yeah. Let's get right to it. The month of March is pretty crazy. We got a few new releases, and I also wanted to sort of give an update on little stuff that's been going on as well. So I guess the first thing we'll start off with was the content from last month. We'll just quickly go over it and then move on to the other stuff that's coming up. So I picked up only one release in February, and that was the Order 1886. I decided to skip on Evolve. I didn't really have friends to play it with, and I decided to pick up the game later. And from what I've heard about the game, that was a good choice since it hasn't been getting good reviews. Unfortunately, though, the Order 1886 wasn't the amazing game that we were hoping it would be. It turned out to be rather lackluster in a lot of different ways. Although it was fun to play through, it's just kind of disappointing where the story went. Regardless, I did put up my review as well as my first impressions for the game, as well as the unboxing for the collector's edition. So if you didn't check that out, definitely go check that out. It's a good unboxing. It's great, and also the gameplay and the review as well if you want to know my thoughts on it specifically. Moving on, that was pretty much all I did for the month of February. I actually started putting up my gameplay discussions for the first time. This was the new sort of series I wanted to start, where I just talk about various different topics, my thoughts about different things, and going on within the industry itself, and so on and so forth. If you haven't watched any of them, they're only about, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes long, and I actually put gameplay up. There's some gameplay of Dying Light, some gameplay of the Order 1886, and I do have some more of them I want to upload, so that, basically during downtime, like it's been throughout the past weeks when there hasn't really been any new releases, or some of the releases we've beaten and they're kind of short, it's a way for me just to put up content for you guys, so you guys aren't sitting there for like a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks, where nothing's going on, there's nothing going on in the channel, and it's quite boring. So I did post up gameplay with those gameplay discussions where I'm talking about different topics. Definitely go check those out and let me know what you guys think. I believe the last one I posted was this past Saturday. In addition to all that, I've actually started a new upload schedule. What I wanted to do basically was keep uploading videos like every other day. This way that you guys wouldn't have like weeks or so where there's just no content whatsoever, and it's just, it's like, okay, you see the first impressions, 2 weeks go by because there hasn't been a new game out, and then there's no videos, and I just post up a random video saying, oh no, I'm still here. So what I decided to do was record the gameplay discussions, and that's pretty much the purpose of those. It's just to have content up every other day at least, so you guys don't get bored. And I asked people on Twitter, people are really actually liking the new upload schedule. They like that videos are being uploaded more frequently, more consistently, I should say, than they used to, and stuff like that. So let me know, guys, right now on YouTube, let me know if you actually like the new upload schedule. Again, like a video every other day. I think that sounds pretty good. So definitely let me know what you guys think of that. And then that's pretty much it for the month of February. It wasn't a lot of too much, but it was a lot of changes. I started school in February, so that was good. Now let's get on to March. All right, March is pretty busy. For me personally, it's not as busy as it would seem. For someone who's going to pick up all the games that are coming out. We do have a lot of big releases, though, that I want to get into. So the first major release is on March 10th, I believe. Actually, no, we have the episodes as well as the physical release of Resident Evil Revelations 2. I am interested in getting it, and I just didn't want to get it on release, and I didn't really have the money to spare, and I also wasn't like so really interested into it. I play all the Resident Evils, but I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. I always thought the games were just okay. Again, I got into the series with Resident Evil 5, so for me it wasn't like I had that history with the survival horror and saw the transition as it went through from being this really cult, really classic franchise into this, controversial mixture of action and horror elements that it is now. But I've heard good things from Revelations 2. and I am going to pick up the game at some point. I am going to pick it up on the Xbox One because the PS4 is not optimized at all for that game. Digital Foundry posted up a frame rate test, and that frame rate drops to like mid 30s, 40s, like every other second. So good thing I waited. I'm gonna get it on Xbox One. I'm gonna get the physical disc. I actually didn't play the first Revelations, so I'm gonna want to play that before I actually jump into Revelations 2. I don't know if the first Revelations and the second one are completely, intermixed, or completely tied together to the point where you have to play the first one to really understand what's going on in the second one. I don't think that they did that, but just in case, I do want to play the second one, which you can pick, or the first one, which you can pick up for about $20 now. It's pretty cheap. And then that's pretty much it for the first week, and as well as, because those are releasing pretty much every week. March 10th, we got two major releases. For me, it's Ori and the Blind Forest. This is the big Xbox One indie game that's releasing, made from the guys who did Limbo, the first Limbo game, on Xbox 360. It wasn't exclusive, then they ported it to other platforms. Limbo was actually a really, really interesting game. It was very trippy, very well done. It was one of the better platformers that I played last generation, and I really enjoyed it. So I am getting Ori and the Blind Forest on release. That's coming out March 10th. In addition to Ori and the Blind Forest on March 10th, we also have the release of Assassin's Creed Rogue on PC. Finally, I've been waiting for this to come out for PC before I even wanted to play it. However, I am not picking it up on release. Why? Because I have games. I have other games I need to play. You guys have to keep in mind that I still have all those games from the holidays that I wasn't able to play because I just didn't have time. So right now I'm currently playing Shadow Warrior. Really enjoying it. And then I have The Crew. I have Trials Fusion, and I think then I have GTA 5 on next gen. I have, as well as Halo the Master Chief Collection and Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. I still haven't played those either, but those are remakes, so I'm not really boosting to play those immediately. It's not really like a big important thing. Excuse me. So Assassin's Creed Rogue I will pick up at a later time for a reduced price, maybe for a spring Steam sale. I do want a physical disc though, so maybe I have a gift card to Best Buy, so maybe if I'm just bored at one time, maybe I'll just run to Best Buy and pick it up, because again I have a gift card there. I can pretty much get it for free if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna hold off on it just for now. But I am going to get the game eventually on PC, which I've been waiting for because I wanted a 1080p and I wanted a 60 frames per second, and Assassin's Creed 3 was like 25 frames on consoles. That did not that engine did not work well. The last gen consoles, you gotta be surprised that some of these games are actually fitting on there, but most of the modern games that release these days for PS3 and Xbox 360 run at like 20 frames or mid 20s. It's like they're not even playable, but the publishers like push them out there for sales. So that is the second week of March. The third week of March is a little bit busier. We have Battlefield Hardline, which we've been playing the beta for the past year now. It's been, or almost a year. Played it back in June, and then we just played the recent beta in January. Was it January? No, it was February actually. It was the beginning of February. That's right. I am getting that on release for the PlayStation 4 and the physical, or the deluxe edition, excuse me. And so you guys will see an unboxing for that. My first impressions, and then there'll undoubtedly be multiplayer gameplay for the gameplay discussion videos that I will post up during the month of March. And then when I beat the campaign, I'm going to do my review on it and stuff. I actually watched a story trailer or some dev diary for the story of Hardline, and it looks pretty interesting. Again, I thought the story looked pretty interesting for Battlefield 4, and it turned out to be okay. It was better than Battlefield 3, but still, it hasn't really been a bad Battlefield game that I've been like, oh wow, this campaign's just freaking amazing. Even the Bad Company games, they were good, but they weren't like amazing. So I just wish like some of the Call of Duty campaigns at least were amazing, but not the Battlefield ones from what I've played. But I am picking up Hardline on release, so I will play that. In addition to all of that, I will. There's also the release of. There's another game that's coming out on March 17th. I forgot what it was. It was two games releasing on March 17th. It may come back to me. But I think that's it. I think that's it that I'm getting as far. I know that there was a different release, but I think I was going to pass on that, or I just wasn't interested. Oh no, that's when Revelations 2 comes out. So, I will pick that up later. I know it's a cheaper game. I think it's $40 for a physical disc. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for that, for a price drop for that, because it's $25 digitally, or you pay the extra $15 for the disc. That does not make sense. It's crazy. You pay the extra premium fee for the physical disc. I will pick it up later. And then we have Bloodborne, that's also coming out exclusively for PlayStation 4, another PlayStation 4 exclusive, which is nice. I, however, am not interested, which I know some of you guys might be disappointed in, that I'm not actually interested in playing Bloodborne. Never got into Dark Souls, never got into Demon Souls, and I just don't care for that style of game, if that makes sense. I'm not remotely interested in it at all. Like, I just don't care about it. I do recognize that it's a great game. It would probably be a great game, and a game that a lot of people really like to play, and they like the difficulty. They like that hardcore gameplay. It's just something I'm not interested in, so I decided to pass on it, and I probably won't ever pick it up or play it. Unless I'm like at a friend's house and he's playing. He's like, dude, you gotta play this. Then maybe I'll try it out, and if I fall in love, then I'll pick it up. But I highly doubt that. And that's pretty much it for the month of March. All right, we got a PlayStation exclusive, another one. Hopefully this one's better than the former one. And we got Battlefield Hardline, so we got some multiplayer back, finally. It's been a while since we have like a hardcore multiplayer game, at least this one, It's going to be nice to get back into Battlefield multiplayer. And what else do we have? The Revelations 2 and Assassin's Creed Rogue on PC, as well as Ori and the Blind Forest, which I will be picking up on release. All right, so that's going to conclude the channel update. Just really short, just want to get this out of the way. I am doing well. I have school, and programming is hard. I'm doing computer science, as most of you guys know, so learning the fundamentals of C++, it's like learning a completely different language, and sometimes it's frustrating, and sometimes I want to throw my keyboard and mouse out the window, but, you got to make the best out of a bad situation. So I'm trying, and just kind of getting through that frustration, but it should be good. This is going to be a good month for gaming. It's not so crazy, but at least we have, a lot of good releases, and hopefully, the last two releases, from what I heard, and I played the Order 1886, I didn't play Evolve. They were pretty disappointing. So February wasn't really a big great month. But I hope March, because 2015's been pretty decent so far. Dying Light was pretty good. Life is Strange was pretty good, and the people have the music blasting, and the Order 1886 was just and Evolve was just so we'll see how it goes. All right, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, and I will see you all for the next gameplay discussion, whether I upload on Wednesday. All right, so videos every other day. I'm gonna try and stick to that. I think that format works really well. So thanks, guys. Have a good one. Talk to you later.